YouTube! How's it going? You all good? Welcome. I did say I'd be back. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the video. In this one, guys, we are going to be reviewing this keyboard. Now, I bought this keyboard for a couple of reasons. Now, usually I just buy stuff because I need it, but this particular keyboard, I just thought with everything that it offers, and the fact that at this precise moment on Amazon, this keyboard is £20, $19.99. If it's good, then awesome. But I also thought that, you know, if it's not that good, can we mod it to make it good without spending as much as we would spend on an equivalent keyboard in a sense? Because you've got to think about it. For 20 quid, maybe it's my old mind or whatever, but when I'm thinking about a 20 quid keyboard, I'm thinking membrane, e-waste crap. Getting something under that with RGB, you're gonna be like, what, AliExpress or Temu or something, or real budget stuff on Amazon. But it's usually membrane stuff in that. And this is £20, it's a full keyboard, I know. It is wired, yes, but this is £20, yeah, and it's got full mechanical keyboard, and they're hot swappable. And you can also choose between red keys, blue keys, or brown keys. For me, I think for 20 quid, if this thing is actually pretty decent as a keyboard, I think to be fair, for 20 quid as a keyboard, you have to be rubbish to be rubbish, if you get me. So we're gonna try it out. I'm gonna see how it games. We'll have a look what's in the box, and then we'll see how it games. Because, I mean, it's wired, so it shouldn't have much in the way of latency, but we'll have to find that out. And yeah, see how long the cable is as well, see what you've got to work with, really. Yeah, we'll have a look what's in the box, see how it's packaged. But just think about, this is a fully mechanical keyboard with hot swappable keys that you can configure to whichever keys you want. And they also, I'll show you in the box, it does mention it in the advertisement on Amazon. It also comes with a couple of each key so that you can, you know, try them out. So, which will give us an opportunity for me to show you the main differences between red keycaps, brown keycaps, and the blue keycaps. But this is the KOORUI gaming keyboard, the MK104. It's backlit mechanical keyboard, wired, full layout. This is the UK layout. Apparently, we'll find out. I'm guessing it is. It's just the same box for everything because they're all labelled, as you can see on the end there. But shall we have a look what's in the box? Because to be fair, 20 quid. Is this really the deal of Christmas? So, shall we have a look what's in the box? Yeah, let's go.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share.
Right, okay guys. The KOORUI MK104. Let's have a look what's in the box, shall we? I mean, the box is quite nice. It's got this sort of like gloss where the keyboard is. It's quite nice. I mean, it's fairly generic. But yeah, should we have a look what's in the box? Right, I obviously slit it open, make sure it wasn't a brick when it arrived, because I'm paranoid like that. So we've got a bit of foam. I think that's just a placeholder. There's a bit of foam there. Ooh, well, I suppose that's one way to protect it. Keyboard comes shrink wrapped. It's not that bad, you know. I'll get that cut off in a second. Let's have a look what else is in the box. Keyboard destruction. I don't know how to replace keys and how to hot swap. Nice, more destruction. And we have a box, plain black accessory box. I know this because it says accessory box on it. Let's have a look. What do we get in here? Ooh, we get a full set of keys so you can try them out just in case you want to. We'll have a look what's in that bag now. Let me just Yeet. I'll just be a bit more careful with it because, you know, thumbnails. Right, what's in the little baggie? Ooh, you've got a key puller and a hot swappable puller thingy. This side is just for keys. It's supposed to be a bit more open, but it's probably flat for packaging. We'll come back to that. Right, should we pop this bad boy open? Have a look. Obviously, I'm going to use this full, very safe to use knife. It's obviously safety rated, this knife. I try and, when I'm cutting into stuff, because I've scratched things so many times in the past, what I usually try and do is I find a seam in the plastic or whatever, and I usually just run along it. And it just allows it to just pop off without me destroying the keyboard. So, on the back, you know, just a pretty standard solid bit of plastic. It's quite a bit of plastic, and obviously you got height adjustable. Only the one height adjustable, but I tend to use mine flat anyway. That is very flat. The cable, get a nice little KOORUI cable tie thing. And I would say this is about 6 foot of cable. So you've got 6 foot of cable to work with. It's USB-C to USB-A. We'll get to this keyboard. Right, so looking around it, you know, it's got plasticky keys. It's a nice little knob, not like infinite. You feel every little ding, 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 ding. You got a full set of keys, got music, a search button, and yeah, we'll have a look, see what it looks like when it's lit up. But wow, guys, this is actually, I am pushing, I promise you, I am pushing down on these keys, and they are not budging. Can you see that? This keyboard's solid. But if I'm honest with you, it's got a bit of flex, it's plastic, but the flex here is non-existent. So this keyboard is available. You can literally choose whether to have the blue switches, the red switches, or the brown switches. Now, KOORUI are nice enough to literally give you a couple of each, so that you can see if you want to try to swap them out for a different switch, and you can see what's available. So what I wanted to do whilst this is here is see how hot swappable these keys really are. I need to open this up. There we go. That's a key pull, and then there we go. Well, that wasn't very difficult, was it? So you can choose whether to have blue or brown or red. Let me just put this back in before I break something. And I can't lie, wasn't difficult, that was it? So the hot swapping feature is pretty good. I'm looking, and this keyboard does not have much in the way of flex. Like I said, there is not a lot of flex in this. So yes, the keys. Let me pop one of each of them out, and I can kind of tell you. Right, now, if you've ever heard of like the sort of original keys, they were like if you think of one of these keys hollowed out with a spring in it. Now, I think the spring initially was designed to just go, you know, get pushed down, but it didn't really fit right, and they did this sort of like this bend thing, and it gave a really, really sort of satisfying click. Now, people like that click, so what they went and did is this blue key is basically a simulation of that. It's a very clicky key. Can you hear that? That little click? That is what the blue key gives you. It gives you that tactile click, and you feel it. It does feel like that sort of click. It doesn't feel like just a tick, 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 like you're tapping on something. It feels like something's just sort of like folding to click it. Now, brown are sort of in the middle. It's what I like. It's what I'm used to be honest. I've got a G710 Plus, mostly for nostalgic reasons, and it's brown keys. So I got the keys that I'm used to. I quite like them. I'm happy with them. But you'll notice that it's missing that click. They're just they've got a little bit more tactileness to them, so that you feel the key pretty much all the way with the brown, but it's not got that click of the blue. So you haven't got that tick, 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 tick. And over on the red, I would say they're the quietest of these three. And they're also the sort of smoothest. The easiest way to explain red is they basically sound the same as brown, but it's almost like the key's looser, like there's less resistance on it for me. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it feels like. But yeah, that's pretty much the difference. Like, I would say red are like the smoothest, blue are really clicky and tactile in that sense, and brown just have a little bit more tactileness to them than the red, but they're also really quite quiet. So that's what I choose. I choose brown because I like them. So shall we have a look, see how this gets on? Plug it in, do a bit of gaming, and we'll see how it gets on, shall we? Let's have a look. Right, okay guys, we've got the KOORUI here. Well, I've not plugged it in yet. Let's plug it in. Let's see what it's about, shall we? Let me just pop this in. Connected straight away. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's a little trace and then brings up the RGB. So you press feature in the right key and it'll cycle through. So you got RGB, it'll just run across. Got all red. I'm guessing that's yellowy orange. Then there's a yellow. There's a green, like a cyan or whatever, and then there's a blue and a purple and a white, and then the RGB. So that's quite nice, you know, it's not bad. You gotta think this is a 20 quid keyboard. It sits quite flat when it's flat. Oop, that's my fault. Didn't click it in. The upright's probably where you want to use it, most people. The volume literally immediately connects to that. We can immediately bring up the media center. So like all the search brings up the search bar, brings up the calculator. So these three buttons and this scroll wheel are connected straight away, which I think is freaking awesome. I'm not gonna lie, like, you get so many keyboards that need to be like set up and stuff, and like, it's definitely louder. Maybe it's because it's new keys. This front row, it's got like a curve to it. I'm not sure whether I like the keycaps, if I'm honest. But they're functional. That's what I'll say. They're functional. I'm not sure I like the keycaps, but they're definitely functional. So, yeah, shall we see what sort of, like, how responsive? I mean, it's responsive. I mean, you press that and even the function keys are responsive. Got the Windows button, so that comes straight up. But how does it behave in game? Let me just quickly fire something up. Let me just turn that down a second. So, the reason I've chosen to jump into Doom Eternal is because I feel like it's very sort of, you have to move about a bit, especially with the keyboard. Now, I will say that these keys do feel a little bit wobbly and they kind of sound a little bit wobbly, but that is definitely something. This is not an English layout, by the way. That is definitely the wrong enter key, but I don't mind that. But that is definitely something that we could possibly fix with maybe a little bit of foam, maybe a little alteration. But like the actual keyboard itself feels really, really solid. I can't believe how little flex there is in this key set. So let me see if it's any good at gaming, shall we? Now, I've usually got a lot of support and stuff for my arm here, which I don't have, but... Oh. So, yeah, it's pretty responsive, like. It doesn't hang about, like, I don't feel like, it doesn't feel laggy. Like, maybe if someone puts this on a machine, it'll show like poor latency, but it doesn't feel like it. The keys do feel a little bit wobbly in comparison to the G710 there, but like, And if you think about it, that G710 it's getting on a bit. Go. Bastard. Sorry, a little bit of concentration. Not too much though. The keys may be a little bit loose, but like I said, can we do that on a budget? Can we fix that with a little bit of padding, maybe? I was already thinking about like adding a level of support to the base because I thought it would be an absolute flexible mess, but it is not. Like, it just is not. It's doing well. Like, any issues are purely down to me. How are you still alive, man? Thank you. What? I swear I just picked up a load of crap from your death. Never mind. So yeah, the keyboard's working really well. My lack of support and its positioning, not so much. Pinky punch. If anyone plays this game, just so you know that the little punch thing that's down here, that revs up after a couple of finishes, always finishes the pinky in one hit. I knew he was coming. Have you, bruh? Not today. Not today. So, guys, the KOORUI. Yeah, it's all right. Like, I mean, it's a little bit noisy, but I think we can possibly. I'm just curious to what we might be able to do in terms of making it good. Seeing as if you've got to think about it, like this thing is 20 quid. I mean, it's got a little bit of weight to it, but I think that helps you out because it gives it nice and solid. There's no real flex to the keyboard. The keys, you know, are just hot swappable keys. I mean, if you don't like the keys that are on here, if you don't like their set of keys, you can always swap them out for someone else's. It's all pretty much universal. Like I said, it is a little bit noisy, but again, this keyboard, it's 20 quid. It's super responsive. It definitely does exactly what you expect it to do. Like, I don't feel any sense of delay or anything like that, like, in any way, like, so. Yeah, me personally, guys, I think this is a win for 20 quid. And, like, can you really do wrong for 20 quid? This is mechanical and hot swappable. It's a little bit clicky. I'm not sure if I like the curves to the keys. But like I said, things like key switches and keycaps are easily swappable out. So guys, the KOORUI MK104, is it any good? Surprisingly, yes. Like, I don't feel much in the way of delay to it, like much in the way of latency builder. I mean, it's cabled, so it shouldn't do. The cable field's pretty solid, quite flexible, decent thickness, nothing too flimsy and nothing too stiff. All of the buttons just immediately connected to Windows, all the switches and that. This wheel actually feels really nice. It's very sort of very tactile. It's quite nice. And like I said, these buttons straight to the media center. That opens up the search bar. That opens up the calculator. Like, it'll do it on repeat. You can't really close it, like, but hey, look, if you just want to quickly open something up, like, the fact that these just immediately connect. You got a nice little set of lights down here for when your caps lock and stuff is on, and your num lock. Got a full set here. The keys are a little bit rattly, and that rattle does come over. But I think, to be honest, some keycaps and maybe some sort of like dampening in there might fix that. But that is an up and coming video. We're going to be modding this to see if we can just fix the little bits that irritate me about it. And then we're going to see how it gets on and see how much that costs me. Because if you think about it, people pay 200 plus quid for a keyboard that's mechanical and hot swappable. Yeah, they're going to have a decent bass and stuff on it, but a lot of them are like 70% keyboards that they're paying that sort of money for. And when they do get them, as soon as they get them, they change the freaking keycaps anyway. So I'm just curious if we can maybe just fix some of the rattliness of it and stuff. But as a product, as a keyboard for £20, this is a banger, guys. You got a full keyboard, it's hot swappable, it's mechanical. All the buttons just immediately connect up to Windows. KOORUI MK104, any good? Is it though? Yeah. Guys, if you're gonna spend 20 quid on a keyboard, if you want to get someone a keyboard and you haven't got a huge budget, but you can stretch 20 quid or something, do not get someone some crappy membrane keyboard. Do not stress about the fact that you haven't spent 40 odd quid on a keyboard. Like, this is going to give them pretty much everything that they want for less money. And they do make wireless keyboards. Unfortunately, the full one here as a wireless with the Bluetooth and stuff they're not in stock at the moment. But the little 70%er, little 82 key keyboard, it looks kind of cool, man. Yeah, like, I kind of like this sort of like grey. I kind of like these home page up and page and end buttons just sort of like squeezed on the end. It comes with a nice dial, and I kind of like the sort of half grey and half black to that design. You should be able to see it there. But you know, but the wireless 82% keyboard is £37. So even that's pretty decent quality. And like, I can't see the keyboard flex and everything else being much different to this version. And I'll be honest, that's probably, I wouldn't be upset with spending £37 on that particular keyboard there. I wouldn't be upset with that. But this is a decent little keyboard for £20, $19.99, guys. The KOORUI MK104. This is a banger of a deal. If someone's got a gaming PC for Christmas, or they've asked for a keyboard, or you just know that they probably need one because they're using like a crappy office keyboard or something, this is better than that. And like I said, there's next to no flex on that keyboard. I am super impressed by that. So yeah, grab yourself a bargain, guys. Grab yourself a bargain. The KOORUI MK104 is actually a little banger. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Love you, bye.
Like and subscribe. Thank you.